Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purpose only. This is not a trading room, and we're not your financial advisor. So whatever you do, if you want to follow any of our automated signal, you're very welcome to follow any kind of trade, but we're not responsible for your trades. It's only an educational. We strongly recommend for you to be educated before you start using real money. This is a very serious place. We will be covering a few auto trades today. We're gonna also bring the latest auto trade we have. It's called the next generation. This is the next generation auto trade. It's a beautiful auto trade, very perspective. And then what we will do, we will trying to analyze what's going on today in the trading, and we will help you try to read the market today and see where we are going with trading. As we see from the ES, always when you're trying to auto trade, you need to keep your eye on the technical chart to see where is this limitation on that trade, where we are going with that trade, and how far we can go with that trade if we need to go ahead and immediately lock a profit and log out. So this is a really important. And then you will find out that our technical chart, maybe you have different technical chart, that's fine, but you cannot just look at your P&L all your day and not understand what's going on in the market, because this is really a lot of impact on your profits. The market, as you see from the market analyzer, we have a lot of volatility here. That's fine. We are used to volatility. This cannot be avoided day and night, 7 days a week. During the daytime, you have the market spikes, volatility, sideways, get stuck in the channels. As we see right now here on the ES came into the critical area here is a support area. And from the support area right now, we are keeping our eye. This is our magic number right now, the 44.8750. For that trade on the ES to see if it's going to survive or not, we need to see, now this one closed by the trailing stop. It is very important to see if this ES able to go ahead and manage to break those resistance. A major support area in here, major support area in here, and we will see if this ES gonna go ahead and rebound to the long trade. At the moment, we don't have a long trade until we cross this 44.8950. So we will keep our eye on that, and then we can update you on that, and then we can analyze what's going on with the NASDAQ and Dow Jones and the CL as well. So right now, we have the CL trade on the TI7, and we have the YM trade, which is not gonna, as you see, because from the ES, we're not gonna have a lot of bread on this one here on that trade because of the ES support area in here. This is impact right away your auto trade. Whether you are auto trading or manual trading, the levels are the same. Does not mean if you are auto trading, you are on a different levels. You are on the same levels, the same problem as any guy trading manually. So let's see what we have also on the NASDAQ. Every time when you open your charts in the morning before you start auto trade, we need to look at the market analyzer to see all of them are in sequence. ES, NASDAQ, YM, as we see right now, they are onto the buy, and the 30-year Treasury bond should be the opposite direction of the ES. Right now, the ES and the 30-year Treasury bond are going on the same direction. This is a no-no. For an advanced trader, he can go ahead and open a different chart to identify if the ES or the 30-year Treasury bond given us false reading, because it cannot be the 30-year Treasury bond going in the same direction as the ES. It should be going the opposite direction, and one of them could be wrong, and most likely because this ES stopped dropping. If we are able to break below the 44.8375, that's mean we have a short position. If we are able to break those level here, that's mean we have a long position. Right now, this ES having a problem on the double support area, 44.8575 and 44.8475. This is a really heavy support area in here, and that making the Nasdaq to slow down a little bit on the long side. So we will keep and monitor to see where we are going with that trade. And if you are trading or auto trading the Nasdaq, you understand what's going on because of the ES. When it comes to critical level, the Nasdaq is going to respond with the critical levels on the ES. You cannot avoid that. So even if you are trading the Nasdaq, you cannot say this is not my problem. Always in the trading, you have to have a technical chart on an ES to understand where we are going. For the scalpers are on the market analyzer. They're doing extremely well. If you notice how tight the market is, the left upper corner here on the market analyzer is 1 minute, the right upper corner is 15 seconds. This is the 15 second, and if we look on the CL, entry at 67.40, 86.06 target, 52 takes into the profit based on one contract, and is right there on the ES, on the CL, the scalper signal entry. The one below is a TI7 automated trade. This is a totally different automated trade. The blue chart, it is a precision auto trade, is a totally different auto trade. And then we have also today, we add a couple of charts, and this is the scalper. As you see, this is the scalper also. This is a total different automated trade, and we will try to cover. Then also we have the next generation automated trade is right there. This is the latest one we have sent to our traders, and this is the next generation auto trade, and you can see how from the next generation auto trade the market is a little bit mixed, and we will try to see. The ES is, if you notice, the ES tried to drop one more time, and it is a really heavy support area in here. So as long as we keep our eye on the ES, and most likely it's not gonna go today. For now, it's not gonna go below the 44.85, which is gonna give us a boost on the Nasdaq, but it's gonna close the trade on YM, which it did immediately right now. So it is very predictable, this market, what's going on, and you can see on the we have a really the latest of the latest technology on the automated trading, and there we go. There is no more. The Nasdaq, the ES tried many times to go below this 44.8575, and it seems like we're gonna hold above this number. And let's see what direction. Most likely what I can see, we're gonna go ahead and go up to test the 44.91, which is gonna impact the Nasdaq auto trade and the CL auto trade as well. Not much with the CL, but it's gonna impact as well on that one here. For the DAX today, I'm not gonna run the DAX one more time, but for the DAX traders, we've been showing the same chart, the same time frame every day, and my favorite chart on the precision auto trade is 4 minutes. Today Took the first trade, and the second one was on the same trade. It was a break even, and I let it go. The reason I don't want it to reload it and go for one more round, because if we notice there is not much going on. So sometimes when you see the market is not really trending, it's a little bit chop, uh, and you hit your target, don't try your luck one more time to go one more round. Just be satisfied for what you got and call it off for today and stay out of trouble. It seems like what we said now, if we look on the next generation auto trade, you can see there is a stars below that bar. Those stars indicate the trend is getting stronger, and there is a strong trend. And when the stars start disappearing under the bars, that means that the trend is getting weak. This is very clever the way we have done it. Long time ago we have done that, and it is indicating when you are trading, and it is critical when you are looking at the next generation. And this is the stars under. As you notice, the stars under is indicating we're getting somewhere with this long trade. And when the stars disappear, this means we are gonna start getting weaker trend. And this is very clever when you are trading. It does not require a brilliant trader or a professional trader to understand what the chart is telling you. Our mission is no longer trying to teach, because we have developed everything. For the last 15 years, now we are been in the public. 15 solid years, non-stop, using the latest technology, the latest update for the last 15 years. Developing non-stop for the last 15 years. Tons of money has been put out to make things much better than yesterday. Tomorrow will make something better from today. We are on an alert non-stop for the last 15 years, trying to improve the algorithm, try to make it simpler for the trader, and we try to plot. Why I took this one away? We try to plot everything for the trader on the chart, and all what he has to do, learn how to read it. That's it. He needs to read it. He needs to learn how to read the trade. So right now, this one here is a small trade on the Nasdaq, because we know the ES is going long. On the CL, on the TI7, it just closed. This was a brilliant trade, and earlier today, the morning session, it was that trade, but we started here around 9 o'clock, 9:15 today with the auto trades, and it took one trade, and now it's 10:15, 1 hour, and it is done. Now, if you want to go for one more round, what you do, you right-click and you say reload and go for one more round. Which, in the auto trading, if you don't know what's going on in the market, you don't know how to read the market, then it's better to just be satisfied with one target. We are done with this one here, and we are done with that trade. and I'm gonna bring the scalper. This is the scalper auto trade, and took one trade on the ES 5 minutes, and now this is the second trade. The previous trade was 550, and you can see immediately, this is where what I'm saying, you have to be a little bit more educated. If you notice, we have experienced there is a heavy support area in here, and most likely this ES not able to break this area. So this is indicate immediately, if you notice, I broke even. I didn't do anything to the auto trade, but I just broke even to secure or to protect myself, because what happened in here is going to the support area, and most likely the support area is going to hold this ES, and we have confirmed that. So what I'm trying to tell you guys, when you are trying to auto trade, we cannot just turn our eye away from the trading. Honestly, then you are looking for a problem here. Yes, the auto trader will be when there is, the market is trending normally, usually is okay. But when the market getting into chop market, like right today, like if you notice on the scalpers, on the scalper market analyzer and the ES market analyzer, half of it is in red, the other half is in green. So it does not require a brainer to see there is a problem here. On that trade here, let's say you are taking a trade, that this trade was taking a reversal, because on this auto trade also you can take a trade with the trend and reversal. And the reason I know is a good trade on that one, the reason I know is a good trade on this one, because I know this ES is holding on the support area. So staying wasting our time. And if you have more than one account, and look, what we can do, we can override the auto trade and a break even if we want to, and call it off. If you have more than one account, what you can do, you can auto trade, as an example, the scalper on one account, and you can auto trade another auto trade on another account. If you notice here, and I knew it. This is where, guys, I mean, it's not hard to learn how to manage your auto trade. My mission here is trying to show you how to manage an auto trade, because there is an impact. We know on that trade, as an example, if we have a client is trading this scalper, and we have a client is trading the next generation, not because this client made $100, tomorrow we're gonna jump on that auto trade, and the day after tomorrow we jump on a different auto trade. No. What it is, we have two different charts here on the ES and an ES, and as we know, we have recognized there is a support area in here. So the guy is trading this one here. He knows he is in trouble. The guy in here, he has already secured the break even plus couple takes. That trade here is a free trade. It's no longer concern us, because we covered above 2 ticks. So now this one closed is fine, and that trade here on the scalper is not gonna go anywhere. And that's why, if you look at the chart a minute ago, I override the auto trade with a break even. Question: does your auto trade break even? Yes, it does. Can your auto trade set the daily target? And then, yes, it does. Can your auto trade stop at the stop loss? Yes, it does. Do I have to optimize? On this one here, you don't have to optimize. On this one here, on let's say if we want to take another auto trade, yes, you have to optimize. On the TI7, there is only one entry you need to optimize, and it's very easy to optimize. It takes you 1 week to learn this auto trade in and out. If you want more complex, or if you are an advanced trader, there we go. You see, I broke even. That's all what I need to do on the auto trade. If you are an advanced trader, yes, you can learn the next generation, and you can. This one here, it is. There is a lot of stuff on this one here. You can, if you are an advanced trader. So there is something for an advanced trader, medium trader, a simple trader, and you can trade. It depends who you are. It depends how much money you have. It is depends how much experience you have, and our job is to show you how to optimize the auto trade, how to manage the auto trade, how to look at the technical auto chart, and then determine if you want to override any auto trade or if you want to leave it alone. When the market working on a normal day and when the market is trended, you don't have to do anything. You just put it on an autopilot and look at it. You don't have to do anything. The auto trade can allow break even, can go up and down, and you can take a trade. And those days, they are very easy days. You don't have to do anything. You just turn off your brain. You put your feet on a table. You have your favorite drink, and you relax. We don't have to do anything. But when we have turbulence in the market, when the market is sideways, when the market is got stuck between channels, as we see here, the ES is not giving up. If we look on the ES from the start today, is not letting this support area alone. He's going back and forth and going to the support area. And you know what? And this is the biggest mistake. Look how much support area in here. This is a no-no. The ES is not going to go through all this. Not unless if there is some kind of news and a sell-off. It's going to override those support area, the technical area. But this is a no-no. This is impossible for the ES to cross and break every line just because of a normal trend. The only time the ES is able to break all those lines and cut those lines like knife, if there is some kind of bad news coming out or some kind of result or spook the market, then yes, it's gonna drop and it's gonna cross all those 4 lines. But if on a normal trending day with not any breaking news or anything, that is not gonna happen and break all those lines and keep going down. It's not happening. So if there is a news, spook the market, yes, it's gonna go ahead and cross it. So on a normal day, this is not gonna happen where the market is just because lost momentum or anything, able those guys break every single line in here. It's impossible. So when this happen, that means there is something really bad news has happened or some kind of result has triggered the market to go short. And this one here, I'm gonna go ahead and extend that trend on this one here. I didn't even have time to do that. And the YM on the YM took react immediately on that, and the DAX react immediately on that as well, and the scalper is done. I'm not gonna react on it. And the ES on the TI7 immediately react to the drop, immediate drop on the future market. And there we go. Now I'd like to know, I don't have the news on, but I'd like to know why it happened all of a sudden. So the market dropped immediately. I'll find out. I'm scared to open anything because if some people been around NinjaTrader, if I open anything right now, sometimes those charts collapse from NinjaTrader, and the only time you can fix it by closing NinjaTrader and open it one more time. And I have experienced that for the last couple days. When you are moving charts, or you're trying to open a website to see what's going on with the news or anything, or trying to turn on the Google, and when you are moving the window from one monitor to another, sometimes, I'm sure everybody have experienced that, all the charts that collapse, and your screen comes empty. And when you have so many screens, the only solution is to close NinjaTrader and restart it. You cannot just open every single chart. And I'm sure, I hope it was the same problem with the TI7, and I hope one day NinjaTrader they find a solution. So when I'm going live on the YouTube, I'm always worried about open application or open website to see what is the latest news. We have the news, and understand what's going on, because sometimes all the charts collapse, and it makes me nervous. So if any of our people, maybe they have an access. This is an immediate rebound. Okay, and this one is done. I'm gonna leave it alone. The ES. The YM finished. I'm not gonna reactivate it for one more round. It's finished. And this is the scalper, and when the market have this immediate drop, immediately took the trade and closed them. You can see that, and immediately took the opposite direction. This is really clever, and it's done. It's finished. Super. And now it's put in a sell order on 44.8150. It's put in a sell order at 44.8150, and I can be related to that trade because those heavy support now they become a resistance. And look at this, when the Look at this. It came into target 2, institutional number, profit taken, reversal, come back to the resistance. It used to be support, and now trying to take a short trade at the resistance level. That's brilliant. And right at the resistance level right there. And this is brilliant. So if this trade gets filled, if this trade, you can do market order or limited order. If this trade got filled, is a winner, because now we have the heavy support become heavy resistant, and if it gets filled, this is super. Or if you want to, you can take it manually as long as you are on a sim. This is a good number, and dismiss it. Okay. So this is very nice. It's amazing. You can reverse the market. You can trade with the trend. It's amazing. And it's really nice when you have an auto trade, can be elastic, can go both of direction and take in a trade. Now on this, they all have, you can use a trailing stop and stop loss. At the same time on the TI7, let me show you if we have something in there. Two options you can do on the auto trade. You can use trailing stop and stop loss, or in those conditions here, you can have put the trailing stop and the stop loss on 0. If you put the trailing stop and the stop loss on 0, the auto trade will take over, and the only time it's gonna take or close that trade when the trend is changing. He will close that trade. And the same time, if you want to, you can go ahead and close the position from the buttons if you want to. But also, this is something, if you don't want to deal with the trailing stop loss, you can use, you put your trailing stop and your stop loss to 0. And then from 0, that does mean you tell the auto trade to take over. And when the auto trade, let me see if we have something in here. This is the same auto trade, and this one here, it is broke even and there is a trailing stop. It's the same auto trade, or if you want it, you can put it on 0. And if you put it on 0, if the position, if the direction it changed, it's gonna close by itself. This is also nice to do. Most of because this market is spiked to the downside, most of the auto trade finished for today. It takes one little movement, then we are done. Let's see. Okay. Closed. And okay. Still the market is mixed. Look at this. Half of it is in red and green. Still the market extremely mixed. Okay, the things has changed on the ES. Those heavy support now, they become heavy resistant. We don't have any long trades anymore. And every time the market goes back to the 44.82 or 44.80, you can nail it short on a sim. This is it. There is nothing. The Nasdaq is the same story. Here is the resistance, and the re-entry is 321.50. And I don't see any other trades right now. Okay, we'll stay quiet a little bit to see where we are going with this. Okay, we don't have any more trades. Um, we're sitting on idle. We don't have any more. Okay, I'm gonna cut off the microphone a little bit, and we'll wait on the next move, guys. There is nothing. For the Nasdaq traders, if you are taking a short, this is your destination right there. 277.75. There is nothing further than that. On the ES, if we are crossing the 44.75, this is your destination right there. 44.68. This is an institutional number. Nothing we can do. Um, it's amazing the next generation can trade with the trend and the opposite, the reversal. And it doesn't matter if it's 1,000 or 100, but the way he nailed those trades from the top, two trades, that was very clever. And there we go, nailed it. It's beautiful. Really nice. Okay, guys, we're gonna stay quiet a little bit. There is not much to do. This is the benefits on when you don't use a trailing stop or stop loss. You are looking for a big trade. Now there is one good side about that and one bad side you have to understand. On this one here, if you want to not use a trailing stop, okay, you have buttons on the top. Here is the situation on this one here. If we see here, the ES is going back, trying to retest the 4478. And when you are not using a trailing stop, get ready if you want to override the auto trade and a close position. This is for somebody knows a little bit, or if you keep your eye on the technical chart, you can always immediately force the auto trade to take a profit. This is whether you are using the TI7 or you are using any kind of auto trade we have. Mainly they do that. You can use a trailing stop. If we also on the precision auto trade, you can put the 000 and then it takes over by itself. And this one I did not touch. So you have two options. If you have the time to look at your technical chart and override the auto trade when you want it and secure a profit, or if you don't like to mess with it, you can use the trailing stop. The difference between this and this, if you are using a trailing stop or not, sometimes the market pull back. When the market pull back, there is a good potential that you close your trade, and it could be $1,000 trade, but you close on 500. Now, for me, I think the best way is when the auto trade break even, I'm happy, and the rest is up to the market trending, because sometimes we can be mistaken. Sometimes we get scared that the trend is over or something. But when we are breaking even, also this is something you need to consider. The worst things you can do to an auto trade, on any kind of auto trade, to tighten up your trailing stop very tight, like 10 ticks. This is not healthy. To me, I would like to tighten up the break even, like let's say 8 plus 1 or 10 plus 1, break even plus 1 tick. So that tells me I'm on a free ride, and now I'm more relaxed than to have the trailing stop close to this bar. Because if we calculate any given market, the market is going to go back and forth all the time, and I would like to be a couple of 3 bars behind. Let's say if you are using a Renko bar, let's say our Renko bar 6.2, on every our default setting is 6.2. So on a Renko bar, I don't like to show Renko bars, which I don't mind to show Renko bars, but the reason I don't want to show Renko bars on auto trading, because Renko bar don't reveal the reality of an auto trade, and I'm against that. But I can show Renko bar. I can put a couple of charts on a Renko bar. I like to use a Renko bar for reversal trades. They are good, but not to trade them with the trend. But let's say if you are on a Renko bar, our Renko is 6.2, so that's mean this is the default setting. So that's mean 6 ticks per bar and 2 ticks in differential between 2 bars. So if I want to auto trade on a Renko bar, I like to give it 18 ticks plus 2 ticks. So that's 3 bars plus 2 ticks. If I'm using 1 minute, I like to break even on 10 ticks. Break even 10 ticks on 1 minute is very good. If I'm using 5 minutes, I like to use 10 to 12 ticks. And if I want it to be a little bit more modest with it, I will go to 15 plus 1 ticks, 15 ticks plus 1. So it depends how you I don't know, I feel like it's not important the trailing stop as much as the break even, to me, and leave a distance for the market to go back and forth. So let's take as an example this auto trade. It's the same auto trade as this one here. It's the same auto trade. The TI7 is a TI7. One of them is running without trailing stop, is automatic. If the market to change in direction, it's gonna close, but it's not gonna close on the first pullback. It maybe it's gonna close on the second pullback. On this one here, there is a trailing stop. If you notice how I do the auto trade, I only broke even on that trade, and I give room. I give couple of 3 bars for the auto trade to be comfortable back and forth, because the market does not go one direction. So it's the biggest mistake on any kind of auto trade to use a dummy trailing stop, which I don't like dummy trailing stops. So I like to use the trailing stop to secure some of the profit, some of it, not all of it, some of the profit, and I like to keep my eye on the technical chart to maybe look what happened. It came into the second. This is an institutional number, profit taken again, and this is going back to retest the 4475. I know it's going to back to test the 4475, so I'm very comfortable with that trade. I have no bread with that trade to take over myself on it. I know it's going to go back farther, and this one is going farther down, and we're not going to be doing anything to this. Another things also for our members, you can see from the next generation auto trade, and this is without the fibs. I have one with the fibs, and if we look, it is very much indicating what's going on in the market. You can, let me try to. Look at this. Because of the stars I have mentioned before, is pointing the market is going to go down. In conjunction with this area here, is telling you from 1 to 30 minutes, 1 to 30 minutes, is going down. Look at this. This is really, that's what I'm trying to get all the traders to read the charts. I don't want to teach you price action, put you in a room, charge you money, and because our experience the last 15 years, you leave the trader in charge, he's gonna fail. Why? Because he uses his motion, not because he's smart or not. No, God forbid. Because he is very emotional person. Normal. Any person come into the market. Even if he's a new trader, he's just been trading for a couple of 3 years, 4 years. He's a new trader. He still can get excited with the market movement, and he uses motion, and sometimes it's more psychology more than because some of them they overmerge themselves with the trading, and they get really emotional. But let's say on this one here, you can see how the stars above the bars, you see, and then you can see here, because this is not those bar colors are not based on stupid ATR or MACD. You know, this is a price level. This is a total different algorithm. So when we see here, you can see there is no stars in here, red stars. It's giving you weakness here. And then if you notice here, it was in yellow, and the yellow and is one bar, there is a blue and there is yellow. This means this area was in neutral. Then the market start getting red stars. You can see that, you know, it's very clear. And if you notice now, the stars, the red star disappearing, indicating right now there is a little problem in here. And look, the bar is in yellow in here. And now, why is he in yellow? When it is in yellow, that means this is the price. Above that is going to turn to blue, to green, you know, and it's coming to the line, to the price line, where it has to be below or above. So this is a very, you know, auto trading is one thing, and trading is an art. And if we notice here, this is the yellow bars is going to the neutral, and then right now start going little bit below that neutral price line. So this is a really critical, because now the market is right there on the neutral position, and that is does not require price action, requires tension, that's it. And if we look at this technical chart, come into the target 2 is an institutional number, and then we have another signal here. This is a total independent signal. It's telling you buy. It does not mean you need to buy. If you are on, let's say, on a short position and you see that signal says buy, that means it could be buy to close your position. Also, you can use it as a closing position. And then, you know, when you put all those together, when you put all those information together, and the guy can start looking at the details of the chart, he will never get lost. But we don't want to just look at 700 and 3,000 here. This one could be 3,000 today, tomorrow is a big banana, there is nothing in there. We don't need to occupy our energy with PNL as much as we need to, and this is a message not to our people or to our system or to our auto trade. This is a message for a guy. It might take you 2 months, it might take you 1 year. But this is something for the long road. For the guy is trying to make a quick buck on an auto trade, or trying to have someone or a company to give him money. The reason they want to give you money, because you know how to read the market, not because you have an auto trade. A guy have money, he can auto trade, and he can tell the maid, the one she cleans his house, to turn on the auto trade in the morning. Takes her 30 minutes to teach her how to start Ninja Trader and activate an auto trade. He don't need you, because he can have his driver doing this for him in the morning if he's still sleeping. So for this is a message for this guy is trying to have a company give him money to invest. They know how to turn on the auto trade, but they want to give you money to manage the auto trade or to manage the trade. You don't just turn on the auto trade and close your eyes and somebody is going to give you money for that. So if somebody wanted to take it, guys, seriously, don't listen to this crap on the commercials or marketing. Please try to make common sense and try to understand how the market works. So in order for you to be consistent, there is 50% auto trade, and the other 50% is how to manage an auto trade. There is no such an auto trade manageable by itself 100%. We have on the scalper, we have tried, this is the same scalper, we have tried for around 7 years now on this scalper, 7 years, to make it brainless, and it is as much as we can on that. On that Autotrader scalper, I think we started with that 7 years ago, and we have modified it. For the last 7 years, maybe we have had a couple hundred updates on it. Can you imagine how many updates? There is around a couple hundred updates on it from day one. When we auto traded on this one here, when we first come out with it, it was every single week new update, new update. Now, if we notice here, the market is doing well. We have the trailing stop. I normally do, even is right at the level, and the market is going very well. I have this tendency to do this automatically. I drag it. I drag it further down. Why I do that? I drag it further down because what happened here, now if I want to close the trade and call it off for today and happy with the numbers, that's a different story. But if you are sitting behind the screen and you still have half an hour, 1 hour before you want to go, I drag it down. I take my chances on it. I can see there is a short, the trend is short. I can see I secure $1,000, and there is 500, somewhere around 500 up in the air. I leave it alone. I secured my profit. I'm happy where it is, the trailing stop right now. And I will take my chances and drag this one here. This is the secret here, is I don't want that auto trade to take another trade. And here it is. Now it is 11:03. Now the clock start going against me. So I don't like to take a new trade after 11 o'clock. So if this market decide to go down, it's fine. If this market decide to go up, I'm happy with $1,000 trade, and I'm done for today. I don't need to go again and again and poke the market and put my finger in the fire and get aggravated and it generate a lot of work we don't need to. So this is one of the things. Let's go back to the scalper. On the scalper, there is one setting you can put it. It's on 5 minutes, like this one here, and you don't have to do anything anymore. This is one solution for a guy totally don't want to do anything. But here it is. If the market is Today is a job, and if you see this auto trade having a problem, you need to stop it. If this market trended, leave it alone. So um, this is less work on the scalper. It is for a guy. Uh, he doesn't want to use his brain. That's his right. I mean, yeah, the guy doesn't want to use his brain, but then he has to accept the results at the end of the day. If the market moves, he makes money. If the market don't move, will not make money. You cannot have this any kind of auto trade make money if the market does not move. Now, for the guy is willing to work a little bit, you got the institution. This auto trade is very simple, very easy. It is one entry, does not require any filter, and it can do a good job. Then if you want to get mixed with it a little bit, that's fine. But by itself can do a good job. If you want to use 10 seconds, this is a very small time frame. And as you see, those are the trades from the 10-second today. And actually, this is our second or third round on this one here today. With the 10-second, most of the auto trade fell on the 10-second, but this one is very good. And as you see, trade with the trend and reversal. Trade with the trend. Look at this. Trade with the trend and reversed in the same time. And it does a very good job. I like this one. And I recommend for beginners or for people have a limited knowledge. There is nothing wrong to be limited knowledge. There is nothing wrong if somebody don't know about softwares. There is nothing wrong if somebody don't know about NinjaTrader platform. What is wrong is when somebody don't know anything about softwares and he want to argue. As an example, if you have bugs on NinjaTrader 8, you cannot clean bugs on NinjaTrader 8. Me, myself, what I do, every month or every other month, I delete NinjaTrader completely, install a fresh installation to clean all the bugs, all the cache in there, and I do it. You cannot clean bugs on a NinjaTrader 8 by removing the just software. So if you don't have knowledge about the platform or about trading, there is nothing to be ashamed of, or nothing. It does not mean that person is not smart. What is a shame about when somebody don't want to listen or somebody don't want to learn. This is the shame part, that you don't know anything about this business and you want to argue about something you don't know what you're talking about because you don't understand how software works. So there is nothing, nobody has born know how to trade. The other education is, for the last 15 years, dealing with the public, we have not seen one person got success in the trade, and whether he's using our software. And I have a colleagues also, they sell software, and we talk sometimes, and sometimes we have the same customers, and we talk, and we don't see somebody got success and not knowing anything about trading, just auto trading. For the last 15 years, we have never seen, not even one person can claim that. The problem is the denial for that person. Learning the process is aggravation. I know, and with my age right now, and if I want to learn something new, I mean, like if you give me the mobile phone, I have a mobile phone. I read my emails on a mobile phone. I can chat on a Skype on a mobile phone, but for me, if I have an iPhone 8 or 13, it's the same thing to me. Where it's different with my son, because there is so many smart application and I don't use those applications. So also the age has a play different here. So for an older guy to come in and try to teach him a price action is impossible. If you want to take me now into trading room, teach me price action, I cannot breathe, in 5 minutes. So, but what we can do, we can say we can try to understand how the market move. We don't need to understand alpha waves. We don't need to understand everything in the market, but we need to understand what the charts are telling us, especially if it is an advanced chart, not just some dummy indicator you downloaded from a used furniture store. I mean, so when day after day, guys, it's not I know it's not piece of cake, because if you fly in airplanes for 20 years and you come in here, it's going to take you time to start reading this. It cannot be overnight, and it is aggravation, the learning process, and I understand that. But there is no other way you can be consistent in any market, whether future, Forex, Bitcoin, stocks, if you don't have the experience with it. And following somebody and never was success. Following someone is never was success. So for me, I really like for the guys are new, not to go head to head with an advanced automated trading like this one here. No, I prefer for this guy to start here, those two, and use time on those two. First, he learned how he can control those two auto trades, because they are very simple. Those are the less this is the less energy you need to use with the brain wise. You don't have to be fresh. None of us is fresh anyway, but and when you learn how to optimize this, especially the 10 seconds, and then we can use a little time in here on the 1 minute, not Renko bar. Believe me or not, day after day, and try to just predict, guys. Let's say if the ES is here, is he gonna cross this resistance line or not? Try to develop your own trading, please, no matter where you are. If this guy is gonna cross here or not, let's see what is gonna happen. Try to challenge this market by the first bar. And this is the best lesson. And this is the cheapest way. You don't have to pay me. You don't have to pay anyone. You don't have to waste your money. Is it dead money when you give it to trading room? You don't have to do that. Rely on yourself. This is your money, folks. Try to guess this bar where it's going. Is he coming? Did he get rejected here? Wow. Let's see if he's gonna go on the support area here. Is this support area gonna hold? Ask yourself this. Quit looking at the PNL. Quit for now looking at the PNL. And there we go. I don't know if I need to share that. I have a position in the market. I looked at it this morning. On that investment, I have $77,000 in the profit. I turn it off, the portfolio, and I start looking at that chart, because the portfolio was irrelevant to where I am. And then I decided, and I stayed away from the portfolio. And and with the stocks, you don't, okay, the price is good or not. Should I, I got 77,000 in profit on this one here. Should I sell? Should I? No. What I did, I went straight to see where is the levels, and I know I can grab 90,000. So on that trade. So what I'm saying is, don't let the PNL excite you. I look at it in the morning, and then I don't look at it till I want to go to sleep, because it's a long-term investment. It's not a daily investment. So what I did, I looked at it in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee, and I will look at it in the evening, and I'm staying away from the PNL, and I'm concentrating on the price level where the probability is going to be. So I'm aiming around 90 to 100,000 cash in on that trade. So on this one here, I don't care about the ES is making 1,000 or 2,000, because a minute ago was 3,000. Okay, a minute ago was 3,000. Now we have 18 and has not closed. Here is the key right now on this money, on this one here. If this ES across this level here, this number here, folks, this number here, no one has the brain to make it. This one here, no one has the brain to make it, and we came out with it. This one here, it is a re-entry for the ES. This is a re-entry for the ES. It is 4480. If this market goes above 4480, this means now there is no more short, there is long only. If we look at this number here, 4480, is measuring the market differently than a normal moving average. Look at this. And it stayed on the same number from 11.5 straight line. And now if you notice, this here, the ES, is gonna indicate for us if this market goes above that number, it's long. And watch the ES, how is respected this number. I don't want to say anything. The signal took that trade here, not this number. Okay? But I want you to see that number, how respected it is. How the ES came into the 4480 and stopped. Why? Because this 4480, it is the split point between long and short. And as we see, the signal fired on the market analyzer long, and the market is on hold here. And you can see how the ES stopping right there, because this is exactly when you get in your car, and you are on two different highways. One is east and one is west, and you don't know which direction you want to go. And you are so here it is right there. And look at this ES. Look. Look. So this has a huge impact on my trade on this one here. This one here, this number, is gonna make me close this one here by going up and say close position. And this one here is gonna make me continue trading this ES without overriding anything. So you can see the difference when you have knowledge in the market. You read that chart, and then the split decision to take your money off the table or you keep it on the table. This is where you start having consistency in your trading, not wasting your weekend on optimization. Optimization is not going to predict. On August 26 at 11:19, you're going to have a problem between long and short. It's not going to predict that for you, you know. So here it is, while the auto trade decided to close the trade, and it is perfect close at 1950, because this number, now we are into the long trade, and the auto trade decided to close automatically, because this one here we're not using a trailing stop. So here again, guys, education, education, education. Not learning price action, but education, how you can build consistency. And you don't have to learn price action. You only need to read the technical chart. Now we have a resistance. Now we have a support. We have this number here. Anything below that is short. Anything above that is long. Simple things. A little bit at a time. You start building power. And the most question is the last 15 years we get. The most question we get, how much you think I need money to use in the trading? And this has only come out from an amateur traders. And it's not how much money you have, is how much knowledge you have. So if we have $50,000 and you don't know what you're doing, you can waste it all. Within 2 months, you can be out of it. If you have $5,000, you know how to manage auto trades. You know how to read charts. The guy with the 5,000, he have more chances to survive than the guy have 50,000 and he don't know anything about the market. And so it's not, in this business, it's not how much money you have, it is how much knowledge you have. Once you start building your knowledge, you start building consistency. And it is exactly like when you are in the military, you start earning your stripe. And there is no bull around the military. When you earn your stripe, you earn your stripes. And here in the trading, there is no short exit. There is no. A lot of people has tried a short exit, and there is not. You have to be patient, guys. You have to be patient. I almost when before I even have my second child, I only had a daughter back then. I almost got divorced twice from my wife. She wanted me to go back to the airlines and quit trading. And I said, I don't want to fly anymore. I don't want to disappear for 3 months here and 3 months there. And one day we are in Singapore, one day we are in England, and one day we are in God knows where, which country. I don't want to keep living in a hotels for 3 months here and 6 months here. In Canada, 6 months. I was bored with it. It was an excellent money, but I was bored with it. And I almost got divorced twice over it, the same woman. And it was hell on earth. You know, when we quit, I quit the company and on my own. I mean, I didn't have all the tools what the company had. You know, all those millions of dollars software. So it was hell on earth, and I almost destroyed my life over it. You know, and lost my family over it. But I was a very stubborn man. I was insistent on learn the track on the market, and that was a long time ago. And now it is given me freedom. I can trade any chart with an empty, with a clean bars. I can trade a chart. So this is, guys, did not come overnight for me either. I mean, you know, I went through hell. And any trader, we had one trader I respect very much. He paid his dues on the trading, and when he become consistent, his brother told him, "Let me put money with you," and he told him, "Go to hell." And he said, "Why?" And he told him, "I went through hell to learn how to trade and be consistent. I'm not going to give you that. Go learn it. And he did this to his own brother because he said, I worked hard when he was playing, and now he want to put my money and play boss, and I don't want him anymore. I can do my own money. So everyone, when he earns it, his attitude changed, and he'll reject probably company giving him money because he can make his own money, you know. So guys, I mean, no one has come into the trading, and don't feel bad, because if you are struggling, many times when we were trading heavy stocks back then, many times almost my wife called the ambulance. You know, I mean, I went through hell. One time I went to sleep, my hair was light brown, and then I woke up in the morning, half of it was white from the trading. I mean, I have seen hell back and forth many times until I learned my lesson to respect the price action. And before, I was everywhere. So we all have experienced what you are, what I'm trying to say, the aggravation to get to the market, what you are going through. All of us went through it. We all had diapers when we were trading. We all were shaken. We were all scared, and nothing is wrong with that. The only thing, once you start learning, I mean, after all those years, we can predict the market 8 out of 10. We cannot predict the market 10 out of 10. But be patient and don't overmerge yourself, and don't jump. Please, if you are with us or somebody else, it doesn't matter. Don't use your money because you have auto trade. Please, learn how to auto trade, learn how to manage whatever that auto trade is coming from. I don't care. Learn what is the market all about, and then start your auto trade. Just auto trade is not going to be good enough. You know, auto trades, they can take the trades for you, but you have to distinguish between a good trade and a bad trade when the auto trade take a trade. Sometimes an auto trade can take a trade that is a high risk, and sometimes an auto trade can take a trade and you can see it immediately as a winning trade. So that it is the key to the consistency in the trading industry, whether you are in a Forex, future, Bitcoin, stocks, options, whatever. The option, you don't make any more money like you used to be, you know. And the Forex, you only can trade it on a long term. You cannot day trade Forex, you lose. With the stocks, if you don't have a large capital, can earn you $50,000-$70,000 on a trade. It's useless if you have 5,000-10,000. You know, the option is no longer valid. So in order for you to earn $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $100,000 on the trades, you need to position yourself with $250,000 to $300,000, $500,000, and then you position yourself, you spread out your money, and then you cash in. I do on the total, not on one stock, based on one stock. The future, there is an immediate profit with less money, but the required knowledge. On the stocks, if you have a good size amount of money, you buy stocks, you sleep on them, is very good. On a day trading, if you don't have a 200, 250,000, yeah, the stocks, what you're gonna make, $10, $15 on each stock? I mean, you know, it's nothing. So it depends who you are, but nevertheless, you still have to learn where is your limitation. With the stocks, there is a lot of secrets. I'm not gonna share it here on the YouTube. Everybody try to go do their homework and analyze the market and everything, where there is a shortcut for the stocks and you become distance from the stock, which maybe one day I will do that for my traders in the room. There is a simpler way to trade the stocks, and And you don't need to be analyzing the market. Uh, and and I usually with the stock go the opposite what the news saying. Always wins. Because I know in the stocks, like what you see right now on Bitcoin, one guy is short position. He say the Bitcoin is going to zero. Another guy is on a long position. He say the Bitcoin is gonna go to 100,000, and both of them are wrong because nobody can predict what is tomorrow about Bitcoin. With the stocks, maybe you're gonna make 5% on this one, 3% on this one, 10%, and half of them they're gonna die on the way. So if you have 30 different stocks, you're gonna have at least 5 stocks that are gonna die on you. You're gonna lose money on it. And you're gonna have around 5, 10 stocks that are gonna explode, and the rest is going to be in between. Anyway, over and all, you will have a profit factor, or you have a P&L 50, 60, 70,000. This is the only way you can trade stocks. Option, I tried that. It's no longer valid trading option. It used to be making a lot of money, but right now I don't see the potential in option anymore. And I stayed away from it, but I can see it's dying with the guys are trading options. It used to be good, used to be very good. And I don't know now. I have doubt about it. Maybe somebody else is doing better. I don't know. But I stayed away from the option for the last 3 4 years. It's no longer interesting. So the future, it is an immediate. What you can do on a stock with 100,000, you can do it on an ES on one trade a day. So after I go in the circle, I find out the future. It is a very good, profitable market if you do the lesson and if you learn a little bit about the future, and if you don't have a big capital willing to learn, go whatever you want to learn how to trade. There is a good potential. But if you're going to jump in the future without any education, how to look at the market, you're going to have a problem. It's a matter of time before you fail. Because the market keep testing us every day. It's like when you are in the school, you have a test, you fail or you pass. And the market keep testing our knowledge nonstop. And you can get away with it for 1 month, 1 week, but eventually you're going to lose ground, So this is my experience in the trading. Maybe there is somebody smarter than me. He can just go into the market and become a millionaire. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm the smartest guy, but I have not seen it yet. A guy don't know anything about trading and earn money in the market. I have not seen it yet. For the last 27 years, we have not seen any guy making money in the market without any knowledge. Auto trading, non-auto trading, we have not seen it. So maybe somebody did. I don't know. Folks, it was a good day despite the market volatility, and it's been like this all week this week, and we are done for today. I wish you a happy day, rest of the day, and please don't overburn yourself with the trading. Today there is not much to do, and we leave it as is. And what is today? It's Thursday. Oh, glad. Tomorrow is Friday. Friday, if you want to trade on Friday, usually is the best to trade early on Friday or after 1 o'clock. Those are the best. And we will be here on the YouTube live on a Friday tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you very much. God bless you all. And thank you for all the support.